So I'm going to talk to you about wearing your happy goggles, which is the best way to go out and perceive this world that we live in. And obviously, I get this expression, I believe, from beer goggles. That's like when I used to do a lot more drinking, I used to see people wear these shirts that said beer goggles, and guys usually, and it showed these very inappropriate pictures of what they perceived to be a hot girl, but like she really looked different than they thought she looked because of the beer goggles. Well, anyways, I guess this is how this idea of happy goggles came to me. This idea that we really do not have vision. We really cannot see things the way that they are. And Course in Miracles, this is a theme in Course in Miracles of really surrendering our vision to really shifting it, to be able to perceive the world through the eyes of love instead through the eyes of fear. And this is what I'm talking about when I say putting on your happy goggles. So many of us perceive the situations in our life and the people in our lives through our fearful vision. So of course we're going to see a lot of different things that come up in that, a lot of pain, a lot of suffering, a lot of anxiety, a lot of depression. Whatever situation of that person is that you perceive through the eyes or through the goggles of fear, that is how you're going to perceive it. So the whole basis of Course in Miracles is to teach you and to help you how to shift from that to perceiving the world through love. And when you see things through love, you actually are able to see, quote unquote, the real world that is out there. The illusions of the ego will fade away and you actually will be able to see the world of love. And what will happen is that is really where you always were, but with the detour, you forgot that you were always there. So you started to believe in all these other illusions, the fearful stuff that the ego has given you over time. So happy goggles are really a choice to be happy. And that's hard for many of us to accept sometimes, that we choose to be happy. But it is really a choice to be happy. You know, when you're not feeling good or whatever, it is a choice that you're perceiving certain things a certain way. And that is why those situations are coming up for you that way. Now, it's not to say that things aren't going to happen. So, for instance, let me clarify. There's still going to be pain and suffering that happens around you. So, it's not going to be that never happens. You know, you're still going to see a baby that was, left out in a dumpster, or hear about it if you don't see it, or you're still going to see a mom maybe at the grocery store, hitting her child because she doesn't know a better way of parenting. Or maybe you're still going to see somebody mistreating a pet. Or maybe you're still going to see whatever it is. You're in another country, that has more quote unquote poverty. So maybe you see more images. I'm not saying that that's not going to be there, but the difference is that Course in Miracles teaches that those situations are there to teach us something. So everything here, it's like a big classroom. Everything here is to teach us how to perceive things through love. If we would have stayed where we would have never created this world of fear through our perception. But because we decided to split, we had this tiny little idea that we wanted to be away from perfect love. We created this fearful world. So those things are still going to happen, but how you feel about them, what you perceive in them is going to be different, if that makes any sense. So for instance, you might still lose your job, but something that to someone might be tragic, you might perceive it as, oh, this is an opportunity to grow. Or someone might break up with you, and you might not, it still might be sad, but you'll still see it as a lesson to be learned. And you'll be like, okay, love, teach me what you want me to learn in this situation. Someone might upset you and say something that you don't like, and you'll say, okay, happy goggles on. I choose to be happy. And I know if I choose to be happy in this situation, it means that love is trying to teach me something in this situation. Course in Miracles, says anything that's not love, it's a call to love. So choosing to see love, choosing to see happiness and all, will definitely guide you to the lessons that love will have you learn. It's going to expand your love muscles. And that's what we're really here to do. We're really here to get back to love, which we were there already. So it's remembering that that's where we actually are going to be. So that's what this idea that I'm saying about happy goggles is that when you wake up in the morning and you say a prayer or you say a thought or whatever you want to call it in the morning, you can put something out there that says, I want to put on my happy goggles. It's like if you wore glasses, you wouldn't walk around without your glasses because you can't. I wear glasses. I can't see without my glasses. Everything you would perceive as a misconception. You wouldn't see things clearly because you're not wearing what you need to be wearing to actually see things clearly. So that's what I really call happy goggles, is this idea that I'm putting on a new vision when I wake up in the morning. I'm putting on this idea, this concept, this energy on my eyes of choosing to see things through light, choosing to see things through love. I know that it might not always be easy, like I said, because these situations are going to come up for me in the world, and they're supposed to almost come up, if that makes any sense, because we're learning. That's the point, that we're still learning how to get back. We're still learning how to get back to love. We're still figuring it out. We're still getting there. Most of us, we've woken up, but like Course in Miracles says, the waking up is very gentle, because if you were just to wake up all of a sudden, I mean, think of it when someone just wakes you up abruptly, you get pretty scared or upset. So it's a very gentle awakening. So it's meant to be slow for us to be remembering. So like all of a sudden, for me, for instance, I know I wouldn't be, I hope to the universe that I don't think I would be in a situation all of a sudden where like, I was held up at gunpoint or something. Because I don't think I would know I think I'd freak out. I don't know if I would be able to say, okay, happy goggles on. So the point is, it's gentle. For some people, that's how it happens. And some people actually wake up that way. Some people just, something like that happens and they just dramatically get this shift and they just get it. But for most of us, it's a very everyday, every moment decision to say that we are responsible for what we see, that we choose to see a happy dream, a happy world. And the Course calls us a happy learner. It's a beautiful thing to say, okay, you're going to one day wake up and realize you're a happy learner. So it means that all these situations that come up for you in life, all these people that come into your life, they're going to contribute to your happy dream. Instead of being the people that come in and upset you and cause a nightmare, or instead of being the situations that come in and upset you or give you anxiety or give you fear, everything is going to be the same. It doesn't matter what happens. It doesn't matter if you get into an accident and you lose a leg, or if you lose your job, or if you or you get a divorce. Whatever the situation is going to be, you're going to realize it's there to teach you something. So instead of making you anxious, and instead of you perceiving these things that are occurring to you through fear, believe you me, you can perceive them through love. And what they're going to do is actually contribute to your growth, and they're going to give you this happy dream that you're looking for. And you're going to begin attracting situations that support that happy dream, and lessons that also support that happy